currently going through divorce. It's really hard. It's really hard because we want the girls to be okay. I feel like Dia's struggling. She's angry. And I feel like she doesn't feel like she has control of her life. But you did really good. We did so good. We really showed up for her today. We did such a good job holding space for her, just allowing her to feel. But that doesn't mean it didn't hurt us. It's hard.
What's up, gentlemen? I hope that you're doing well. And today, looks like we're starting off with a sob story, but in all honesty, divorce is not an easy thing to go through. Now, I can't really understand what's going on in this certain situation, so before I tear in, I really would like to watch more. If you'll join me, this one is on dating after divorce, and it seems that this lady is making a future diary to herself. Let's see what we got here, man.
I drove home today, and it just hit hard that we're alone right now. Mom and Dad is still in New Zealand. Ari's still in New Zealand. We have no family here. So, we tried to call Dad, but he didn't pick up. It's okay. So we're doing this. We're gonna try and get through this. And I hope that in a few months from now, or a year from now, I can look back, we can look back, you can look back, and see that even though this is really hard for us, that we pushed through. And hopefully you can appreciate just the strength that we had to come up with to get to where you are right now. If this is going to help anybody else, just a reminder to be gentle with yourself. Shit gets really hard sometimes, and it's okay to cry. Yeah, just don't forget to remember your words, live in your truth, be confident, accepting, whole and present. I love you.
Here am I.
Okay, well that was just 2 minutes of this woman crying. I definitely disagree with the whole your truth thing. There is the truth, not your truth. Can't imagine what exactly this divorce was started over, but he's taken it in not the best way. I really hope that things finalize and she gets her emotions back in check, because, you know, divorce is a crazy thing, and who knows what the situation was like there. Either way, maybe we'll have something more to comment on than watching a woman sob for 2 minutes. What's this?
Predictions for the future of cishet relationships over the next 20 years. History will look back on this period.
Let's hope that they better themselves, or at least stay the same and prosper. Otherwise we're gonna have a pretty crazy society to live in.
From probably 2020 to 2025, but maybe even to 2030, and they're going to refer to it as the Great Divorce or something like that. Maybe the relationship realignment, but the Great Divorce is catchier. We're not only going to see an unparalleled spike in divorces, but we're going to see an unparalleled drop in marriages, particularly remarriages, which are going to fall off a cliff deeper than the Grand Canyon. Right now, cishet men and women are starting this game of chicken, so to speak. As women are just now contending with their unhappiness in long-term relationships, men are right now doubling down. They're trying to call our bluff. They're trying to say, listen, I hear you asking for something different, but you've always complied in the past. So if we just hold the line, if we hold firm, you'll comply this time as well. But what they're missing is that this time is different. This time you have a bunch of women communicating with each other and figuring out for the first time that their unhappiness within heterosexual relationships, particularly marriage, is a feature, not a bug. And the only
I don't know about that one. In all honesty, it's good to have spaces where we all talk with each other, men and men, women and women, but it almost feels like a mass brainwashing in a way, that they're all doing to themselves, and it's causing a lot of divorces. I find it almost funny how the divorced women that I know in my life are active on TikTok and post daily. I feel like that should say something, but let's move on.
The only reason we're realizing this is because we're talking to one another. Most of us have spent our entire lives being like, I'm just buggy. Either there's something about me that's not good at relationships, or there's something about the men that I pick. I've got a buggy picker, or, I just don't have the capacity to be happy in relationships. It's a me problem, right? But because of social media and TikTok in particular, we're all comparing notes. And for the first time, we're getting this freedom because we're like, I'm not buggy. It's not me. I'm not bad at relationships. The system that we have set up for romantic relationships is just a bad system. It's a system that was designed for men in times when we didn't have our own economic freedom. And now that's changing, and we want to change the system. Now, most men right now are still holding the line because they think that we're going to come around. They think that if they hold out long enough that, we'll abandon our own loneliness to be with them. What they fail to understand is we're getting the ick. It's a
Oh no, this is so hard to listen to. This woman is like so proud that modern relationships are crumbling apart, and a woman like this is the exact cause of it. I'm sure that this woman's divorced, but I can't remember. But if I could tell you the amount of times I've watched a clip with a short-haired woman with crazy piercings and something stupid to say, I'd be rich.
Permanent shift within us as to the way that we view romantic relationships and men in general. We're not going to have to rationally convince ourselves to stay away from those men despite really wanting to be with them. No, we're actually not wanting to be with those men, right? Men will eventually fall like dominoes over a very long period of time. The first group is already falling. These are the men who are in love with their wives and who are generally open-minded, liberal men who are listening to this conversation women are having and who are already on it, who are already changing in order to save their marriages or relationships. The second group that will fall are...
But what did the women do? What do the women do?
Going to be the men who were left by a woman because of these issues, and in their grief and their pain, they will contend with this reality. The group that will fall next are the men who cannot contend with their own loneliness anymore and are willing to try anything, including changing the way they approach relationships. The last group of men, which may be decades down the road, are the men who will have no spaces anymore to go and complain about being a victim, because all of those spaces are now going to be filled with men who are like, nah, man, it's an us problem. And together, we'll rewrite relationships.
Guys, stop.
I'd rather not. Things were much better in the past, in all honesty. Everybody was a lot happier. Hell, you might not even need an animated werewolf talking to you, because, you might be coming here because you're angry. And if that's the case, I really hope that things change, and that you don't come here as a form of anger. I wish I could say the word, but at the same time, no, the situation isn't good, and if women like this keep on talking to things instead of us working together, things are just going to get worse and worse. I really hope it doesn't come to that.
Stop focusing on your type. Well, it's just my type. Do you know how much that puts you in a box? Plain small. I don't want that for you. Throw out the door my type and focus on these 3 non-negotiables. Okay, when you have your non-negotiables, it's so much easier to attract that person, because your brain literally starts to only see things that align with your non-negotiables. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
Nope.
Okay, so what about their values? We hear it all the time, their values. It is very important, but here's what I want you to know, that your values do not have to be the same as theirs. Does that make sense? Because
okay, that actually makes sense.
That's boring, and that's also
but no, it's not.
For failure, because they don't have to be the same exact. But you have to respect their values.
There we go.
That is so important.
Yes.
Okay, 2 more non-negotiables to definitely have.
Oh no, she's backtracking. Non-negotiables and learning if they align with yours may take more than 2 weeks. Yep.
At the forefront when you're dating, and you're not going to probably know, by the way, these non-negotiables maybe after the first 2 weeks or so. So it's not like you rush in on the first date to get to know these things. It's like it comes with like time. It's fine. Okay, another one is like, what is their vision for the future? Like, what are their goals?
Right. And here's the thing, people's goals change day by day, month by month, year by year. I could say, you know, I want to get this YouTube channel to 1 million, but then YouTube could come and take that down. I could be disheartened and then say I want to get to 500,000 on locals or something like that. What advice are you trying to give?
Okay, because their goals align with their vision for the future. You're not going to complete your goal today. It's in the future, okay? So what they are, learn what they are, ask what they are, and also, do you see yourself supporting them in their goals? That's really important. Maybe his or her goal is to be a billionaire. Do you know how much sacrifice that takes and how much time it takes? That probably will involve a lot of not time together. Maybe you're not, that's not what you want in the future, okay? So another one,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, kindly get out of the way if that's the case.
important is, I say it time and time again, I'm going to beat a dead horse, communication. How do they approach conflict? How do they...
Alright, and that's where the compilation ends. But yeah, exactly. And to elaborate on what I was trying to say there, if your goals don't align, that's fine, but you know, don't expect or try to change a man in a relationship, because then they're going to grow resentful if they choose to stay in a relationship with you. Not that I'd ever suggest anybody do that, you know, just settle in a relationship, understand that things are temporary. But in any case, wow, my head is almost... I don't know what to say about half of those. Let's just hope that cis heterosexual relationships stay the way they are, or go back in the past instead of going into the future where we're all a bunch of bug-eating libs. Oh, thanks. I know you guys aren't that kind, but anyways, like the video if you could, so this will spread to more people. Subscribe if you watch a few of my videos and you dig it. Hit the notification bell if you want to see every time I post. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Watch out dating women after their divorce. Bye for now.